All right, so looks like Asmongold sent his goons after tonyceno, so we're gonna check this video out. I'm gonna put this on like 1.5 or something. Oof, this is a long one, bro.
Asmongold reacted to my video calling out grifters for ruining gaming, and now that his fan base has found my video,
That's too fucking fast.
Asmongold reacted to my video calling out grifters for ruining gaming, and now that his fan base has found my video, it's going pretty much exactly how you think it would.
Grifters are ruining gaming. Damn. Yep. That's how you know you got a good one. Hey, bro, listen, when I put when I put that Charlie Kirk video up, hey, that shit was doing numbers. Oh my god, bro, them niggas was not happy about that. But yo, hey, you know you got a good one though. Baby No Money. I'm gonna have to see who that is because that's crazy. But yeah, that's hey. Them niggas was mad at me. Oh my gosh. But the watch hours was but now I had to take that shit off before I got a job. I already know how people gonna be. Oh man, we are Charlie Kirk. But nah, yeah, he had a banger on this one.
Yeah, safe to say I made some people unhappy. But the funniest part about all of this, Asmongold himself didn't even disagree with me that much. But let's watch it together and address some points he made. Let me warn you now though, you're about to witness one of the most egregious cases of goalpost shifting.
Grifters are ruining gaming.
Have you ever been so excited for an upcoming brand new video game just to be disappointed and let down again when it turns out the main character is a woman?
Yeah.
Shocker.
Because anybody that's changing the gender of the character doesn't give a fuck about the game. Absolutely.
Okay, but what character gender are we changing? What are we doing? Did we give Nathan Drake titties? No. We let a bad bitch be a treasure hunter. Did we give what is that guy's name from The Witcher? I don't remember. I don't remember his name right now. But did we give him titties? No, we didn't. We didn't give him a vagina. No. We let Cersei become a Witcher like she's supposed to. Like, come on now. And what's wrong with girls, Asmongold? Asmongold, you never answer this question. You skate around this question so many times. What is wrong with women in gaming? What's wrong? What is wrong with women in gaming besides your bullshit points about, oh, we're changing genders? No, you don't care about that really, okay? Because if you really cared about that, you would understand the game that you're playing. But you don't even understand the stories. You don't understand shit. You just see it's a woman. You're like, oh, I can't get women in real life, so a woman will never touch me without me paying her. So now I think that all women in games are bad. Oh, look at me, I'm Asmongold. My ass smells. Like, come on, bro. Oh God.
Absolutely.
What? What game are you talking about?
No, it's not normal to want to change the character.
Grifters are. What is bro on about? I'm saying it's dumb to write.
No, I gotta take this off of 1.25, bro. We gotta keep this shit on regular. Cause I need y'all to hear this dumb shit.
A game off just for having a woman main character. And you're saying if they're changing the gender, they don't care about the game. What game are you talking about, bro? If you mean something like Ghost of Yote, which I know you weren't happy about at first, here's my thing about that. Totally valid to be disappointed that we didn't get Jin Sakai again. A little weird to be disappointed just at the fact that it's a woman. Call me too woke, I think that's silly as hell. Continue.
I think that's gay. Nothing wrong with being gay, but I think that's gay. I mean, if you're mad that there's a woman on the screen, if that makes you angry, that makes you gay. Unless she did something like very fucked up, it's like, damn, I hate this bitch. Like if it's what Abby did in The Last of Us Part 2, if it's that type of party that we participating in and shit like that, then I could understand being mad at a woman on the screen. But that's not that type of party we had. We had a party where there's a woman hosting this shit. You feel me? So why you mad at a woman hosting the party? That's gay. Like, come on, bro.
Grifters are completely ruining gaming. And that might sound dramatic or like I'm giving them too much credit, but they legit actually have enough dumbasses listening to the words they're saying to the point where it actually has a detrimental effect on gaming. But let's take a step back real quick.
So he crying because it works.
Here we go.
You crying?
He's crying because it works. So you admit that you're doing this shit for money. You don't really stand on this shit. Not morally at all. Like, you don't stand on this shit. You're just doing this for money. You're leading babies off of a cliff because you want to get paid. That is your grift. That is your grift. You're ruining gaming because you want to get paid. That's some bitch ass shit, Asmongold. That's some bitch ass shit. And that is the reason why I call you out on this shit, bro. That is some bitch ass shit. You're creating an audience that hates video games because you're insecure about your ability to play video games for some reason. Because I've already heard that you're shit at the games you play. You're not the best. All you did was do World of Warcraft raids. Whoop-de-fucking do, nigga, you're a troglodyte. So the fact that you suck at video games, the way that you cope with that, you grift and make it so that all the video games that are coming out now are going to be woke trash. Make that make sense. This is a sad individual, bro.
Because it works.
Okay, bro.
Well, hey, thanks. I appreciate it. That's great.
Go
Absolutely. Yeah, I know it works. And the thing is that every single time that I see this, this makes me feel good.
Tell me why.
Because this is somebody even that disagrees with me that got to admit that, damn, they're making some change.
Whoa! Let me stop you right there. I'm talking about the effect grifters have on gaming discourse, not the actual development process of the game. And I'm not gonna lie, it's clearly not working. What have you guys changed in gaming? If y'all are making such a difference, why are all these games that you consider woke slop, why do they keep coming out? Could it just be that some are for you and some aren't, and that's okay? Let's say
Whoa! Is there this thing called options? What? Are there options in the world? Is that a thing now? Options? Jesus Christ. It could all be so simple if a lot of you guys understood that shit. A lot of the games aren't for you. You don't see me trashing on NBA 2K, you know, in a malicious intent, you know what I'm saying? Like, I trash on 2K because they don't do anything special with 2K at all. Like, 2K used to be really fun for me, but then when the formula got trashed, and I said fuck it. And Madden is just not for me anymore because I've adventured into adventure games and action games and being like immersed into RPGs and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is my shit. But if I see another game that I don't like, I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, this ain't for me. It's that simple.
You know the deal.
Like, a lot of y'all don't have the capacity to just say this shit's not for me for some reason. A lot of y'all just love to be online and just be negative all day. And it doesn't do anything for you at all. You know, like, you're not even making content being negative. You're just being negative in the comment sections. What? You're not contributing to anything besides feeding the algorithm. Come on now. Now, I know I'll be like, you know, saying I spit on you if you were fucking racist and shit in comment sections, if a nigga's like dog whistling and shit. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just some real shit. I spit on a motherfucker if you being racist. It's that simple. But to sit on here and just like be negative towards video games because you don't play them, it's fucking dumb. And then just doing that shit in the comment section all day, like, that gets your rocks off. That's weird as fuck.
I have lunch at a park every day, a beautiful, quiet park. Let's say one day you gather all your friends and you come to the park where I eat at every day. You and your friends start protesting that you should be able to poop anywhere you want in the park. You think you should be able to just let your pants down and rip it, bro, wherever in the park. Even if you get 30, 40, 100 people in the park chanting for your cause, all you're doing is making noise and making the park harder to enjoy for everyone else. Even if you make enough noise that I have to acknowledge you because I care about my park, it doesn't mean you actually changed anything.
I'm saving gaming. You're welcome. You're welcome, by the way.
You're saving gaming? Who does this nigga think he is? He thinks he's Jesus? Hey, just because you like a musty version of your version of Jesus actually wasn't even, he's a white guy, actually. But it's like, dude, he thinks that he's saving gaming. You're making it worse. You're making it terrible. You're convincing grown-ass men that gaming is dead. Like, come on, bro. You're not doing anything to help gaming at all. You're making it worse. Asmongold, you're a stain. Just like you're a stain to your house, you're a stain to the gaming community. And you always will be a fucking stain to the gaming community. There's nothing you and your minions can ever say or do to change the fact that you're going to be a stain to the gaming community because you fucking suck. It's just that simple. Like, oh god, bro, this dude is really on some like high horse shit, and it's so disgusting because he doesn't deserve it.
I do this for free.
Bro does not do this for free. Some of you might not even know what the hell I'm talking about.
Right.
To understand how we got to where we are in gaming, we first need to understand what a grifter is. The definition of grifter that I like the most is petty swindler. Yep. And I can't lie, I can't think of a better description. Because that's what these little trolls do, bro. They just fucking they create issues out of literally thin air, Houdini, and then they convince you that you should be mad about said made-up issue.
Well, aren't you doing that too?
Saw that one coming. Well, aren't you doing it too? No. A grifter doesn't necessarily believe what they're saying. They're playing.
This nigga Asmongold. How old is he, bro? How old is this grown ass fucking troglodyte? Let's see. How old is Asmongold? 35 years old. He's a 35-year-old man who doesn't wash his fucking ass and he sits online being racist towards everybody, all because he doesn't like to shower. And he wants everybody else to suffer because he doesn't like to shower. He's smelly. He's born in 1990 and he lives in Florida. How the fuck are you in a Florida? I'm sorry. Wait, where does he live now? I don't even think he lives in Florida. He's somewhere that's warm. Still smelly as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a grown ass man getting your rocks off, spreading false information about gaming because you think that you're doing a good thing. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Zach. Oh god. Of course it's a Zach. You know, every Zach that I've met, it's always a flip of a coin. He's either a really cool dude or a really shitty person. There's never like an in-between Zach. You know, it's kind of crazy.
Playing off of others' emotions or lack of education for profit. I'm not doing that. I provide examples to the pointless conversations being held and how they contribute to a worse gaming discourse overall, but we'll get to it in a minute.
I think that grifter is one of those words that's overused massively.
Yep, it is. But yeah.
Basically, what this person is saying is that, like, and also here's another thing. So I can approach the.
He couldn't even finish his fucking like thought. That's how stupid this dude is. 35-year-old uneducated piece of shit.
Accusation.
Okay, pause right
grifter.
there. I already see the play. He's gonna downplay and write off the term grifter because it's a term he's tired of seeing. Wonder why he's tired of seeing it. But that doesn't mean you can just write it off like they don't exist. It's not hard to define the word grifter. Let's not overcomplicate it here.
I can approach the accusation of grifter from two different directions.
Right.
The first direction that I would approach it from is that being a grifter implies that you're doing something for profit.
Yeah.
I will tell you, as somebody who has gotten a lot of sponsors and things like that, is that being against certain types of representation in video games, even whenever it's done in a cynical, self-serving, DEI way, is actually...
And you can never prove that it's cynical, and you can never prove that they're doing it on purpose. You can never prove that they're doing it out of a way to attack you. You know what I'm saying? You can never prove that. All you're doing is using buzzwords. And that's the problem with his whole shtick. It's just him using buzzwords to get his audience's rocks off. And it's like, bro, like... grifting is one of the craziest bags I've ever seen because the people that grift just have no spine whatsoever. No backbone, nothing.
less profitable as a business model.
Asmongold, you're a millionaire, so you're probably a bit out of touch on certain things, but profit is profit. Yeah, these grifters may not get a Sony sponsorship after calling Wolverine a DEI woke slop game just because they don't like how Mystique looks, but that doesn't mean profits don't manifest in different ways. Because like you said, some of these creators and their fans get labeled as racist or sexist for some of the racist or sexist things they say.
And isn't that the reason why Asmongold isn't on Twitch right now? Excuse me, I had a burp. Oh, okay, bet.
They gain an audience that feels like they're being seen by this creator who's really manufacturing things for them to be mad at. They support them the hardest, bro. What? These grifters will have die-hard fans, bro. Patreons, everything. It may not be the most profitable option, which is a dumb argument by itself. In pretty much every field, not everybody is going to go for the most profitable option anyway. It's just an avenue to make money online. They can make similar or more than they were making at a regular 9 to 5 by sitting back on their computer and pretending that gaming is under attack. And they're going to choose to do that every single time. Because it's fast, you can get a loyal fan base and consistent money. I mean, dog, even swearing in your videos puts you at risk to lose money, but people still do it even if it's a little bit less profitable than not swearing at all.
How is it grifting? Like,
Hey, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I gotta let the F word, fly a few times. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yo, this is funny. This is a funny, like, little thing, you know what I'm saying?
Even if it's a little bit less profitable than not swearing at all.
How is it grifting? Like, do you think that they don't have those opinions? Because grifting is whenever you're having...
You don't! Asmongold, you've literally said the Ghost of Yote isn't bad. But literally before Ghost of Yote came out, before you got the chance to play it, you sat there and was saying the shit was going to be trash and it wasn't going to sell well because it's woke trash. Like, we have you in 4K doing this shit.
Games mid. I mean, PR story.
This is what he says, bro.
So is Ghost of Yotai doing well? In my opinion, I wouldn't really say that it's doing that well. Like, I don't think so. Yeah, the game's mid. I mean,
you don't think getting 1 million copies is doing well? This is the guy who you guys love. He thinks a game selling 1 million copies in less than a month, by the way, is mid. Okay, the millionaire thinks a game that sold 1 million copies is mid. You guys don't really understand this. I'm gonna put this as plainly as I fucking can. You don't have $1 million. You don't know what $1 million feels like. You've never touched $1 million, and a lot of you guys will probably... I know you don't love this man, but like, I'm talking to like the grifters. So I'm gonna put this as like a clip. Like, I'm not talking to you, my brother, because you gonna touch 1 million. You feel me? But I'm talking to the grifters. You gotta understand this, the grifters. This man makes millions, so he doesn't understand what 1 million means anymore because it doesn't fucking matter to him. But for you at home who love this man, you don't know what 1 million feels like. You never will know what 1 million feels like if you continue to watch this man. You continue to enjoy his content. You continue to suck in his information that he's providing for you, because it's not intelligence at all. If you enjoy what he has to say, you think that any game that sells 1 million copies is mid, you are severely out of touch with how reality really is. Because 90% of people in the United States is probably not going to touch $1 million until 2050. And at that time, it'll probably be 85% of people not being able to touch $1 million ever. You know what I'm saying? Like... If you really want to lock in on life, don't watch this fucking idiot Asmongold. That's a promise that I will make you, because there's no way you're going to be successful taking in any information that this guy has, and not taking it to merit. Hell no, not ever. This guy literally is sitting here saying Ghost of Yote is flopping and sold less than 1 million copies. Whatever,
PR
bro.
storm is out in full effect for Ghost of Yotai. I'm honestly shocked that it's happening so fast, but this level of nonsense we're seeing is through the roof. Ghost of Yotai has reportedly sold over 1 million copies, selling faster than Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Yotai is probably selling okay, but it's probably not selling super well. I mean, wouldn't the company have said that they've sold 1 million copies? I feel like they would have. Did they say that they sold 1 million copies? No, they didn't. Okay, so they probably didn't sell 1 million copies. PSN profiles shows just 3,000 owners of the game. Press is claiming 1 million sold for a Ghost of Yotai. Their source, a random tweet from an account with 10,000 followers. Another failed boycott attempt? I don't know. And I think that also, I do think that all of the negative sentiment for the game does affect it. But is it really something that I think is a Game of the Year contender? No.
IGN, and this was updated November 11th, 2025. Ghost of Yotei sells 3.3 million copies in its first month on sale. Sony confirms. Asmongold, sounds like you're a fucking idiot.
That you don't actually have. You're putting forward something that you think is a lie or that you know is inaccurate. That's not what's happening here.
That is what's happening here. I mean, how many people were crying on Twitter about Insomniac belittling their fans over a 2-emoji tweet? How many people claim to have knowledge of the Ghost of...
Oh, I need to read that shit. Yorch Torch Games. This dude's a fucking weirdo. I mean, look at his goddamn... Ugh. Look at his AI app. He's so much of a bitch. He can't even show his eye, he can't do shit, bro. He can't show anything, bro. He's too much of a bitch. Like, I'll show like my face on my fucking profile, or I'd feel like an anime person. But this dude puts AI. He's a bitch. He doesn't even look like this in real life. Like, at least look like yourself in real life. At least the Mighty Keith can look like himself in real life. At least Grums, I give him a little credit. Looking like himself, you know what I'm saying? It's like
over a 2.
No support for you, Insomniac. After disrespecting gamers, I could have given Wolverine a try. Not anymore. Learn to respect players. Oh God! Like, imagine thinking a tweet is directed at you. A tweet from a corporation. These are grown ass men, by the way. People who pay bills. Get a load of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. The Mighty Keith says Insomniac made a clown emoji after the Wolverine review, and every sane human being came to the conclusion that they were talking about the leakers who leaked the Wolverine game. But Grums, 60-year-old man, by the way, and his band of unwashed crybabies thought it was about them. Message received. Oh yeah, this dude's a bitch. Absolute bitch.
Emoji tweet. How many people claim to have knowledge of the Ghost of Yotei sales numbers being a complete flop simply because they don't like the actress, even though the game turned out to be a massive success? Yes, 100% since the dawn of the internet. People get online and lie, exaggerate, or make up things to get mad at for profit. They fabricate reasons for easily manipulated people to be angry at for their own profit. And we know this. I don't know why you're trying to act like this is some crazy, never seen before thing. You really think people would lie on the internet for fame and money and spread things they don't believe? Yes! Have you and I been on the same internet? There's only one reason I can see you benefiting from pretending that grifting isn't a real thing, but that's neither here nor there. Now, we see this in a lot of places. Politics is one of the biggest ones, but gaming is among the absolute worst.
Yeah, people just use that word. Like, they don't even, like, you got to use a dictionary. You got to figure out what that word means.
Okay. I could say the exact same thing about how most of your fan base uses the term DEI. Most of them don't even know what the 3 letters stand for. Again, him trying to downplay the term grifter and say it's overused, which it is, even though I gave a definition on screen and explained how these people fit into that definition. But okay, bro. And I know grifting isn't the same as rage bait, but when you start profiting off the rage bait by paying for a blue check mark, yeah, I'm not cool with that, man. Because besides YouTube, there's really only one platform that these people really like to congregate on. You go on Instagram. You heard him? He knows it. It's Twitter. He said it himself before I said it. Instagram, TikTok, some shit like that. There's gonna be normal conversations being held.
What are you, on Instagram? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Right. I saw a clip of Adolf Hitler on a whale next to a dog and had like 100,000.
Okay, I hear you on that. I'm not saying you won't see bullshit on Instagram. That's not what I'm saying. But your example is completely irrelevant. I'm saying on Twitter, X specifically, that's where the most grifters run wild. That's where they all come to congregate more than any other platform. You said it yourself before I even got to that. You already knew that I was gonna say Twitter before I said it, which proves my point. But obviously you can see some degenerate meme photo on any platform. And that's completely irrelevant because I'm talking about gaming discourse and how it changes between platforms. Some normal people for the love of the game, maybe y'all seen that one? Some shit like that. Everything changes when you open twitter.com. I'm not calling that shit X, gang. Come on.
Well, the reason why you gotta be honest about this is that,
tell me,
the reason why Twitter has these conversations and places like TikTok don't, is because TikTok gets people banned for having the conversations.
Wait a minute. TikTok absolutely.
What? TikTok don't give a fuck. Shit, I can't say nigga on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I can't type that shit out or my shit gonna get terminated. So what are you talking about, Asmongold? You can say nigga on TikTok, but I can't. So you feel me? Like, come on, bro. Let's not be disingenuous. Let's not try to do this the man shit, you know what I'm saying, where we weaponize our incompetence and shit because we want to prove a point. No, nigga, like you know exactly the type of discourse that can happen on TikTok, bro. Shit, TikTok can sit here and put a sound with the hard R on it, but then if I want to say nigga in the comment section, I will get banned on TikTok. Come on now, bro.
I think that you do care about the decision.
Oh,
but you want to act like you don't, so you can.
What the fuck?
I can't even stand it when a woman is the lead character in the game. You would think that a Wolverine video game would be level. You really got to step out the echo chamber if you think someone.
Bro, where do we stop at? Where do we stop at?
Asmongold, you're a millionaire, so you're probably a bit out of touch on certain things, but profit is profit. Yeah, these grifters must create so be mad page on fabricate reasons for easily manipulated people to be angry at for their own profit. And we know this. I don't know why you're trying to act like this is some crazy, never seen before thing. You really think people would lie on the internet for fame and money and spread things they don't?
Like they don't even like you got to use the dictionary. You got to figure out
among the
okay, there we go.
words.
Yeah, people just use that word. Like they don't even like you got to use the dictionary. You got to figure out what that word means.
Okay, I could say the exact same thing about how most of your fan base uses the term DEI. Most of them don't even know what the 3 letters stand for. Again, him trying to downplay the term grifter and say it's overused, which it is, even though I gave a definition on screen and explained how these people fit into that definition. But okay, bro. And I know grifting isn't the same as rage bait, but when you start profiting off the rage bait by paying for a blue check mark, yeah, I'm not cool with that, man. Because besides YouTube, there's really only one platform that these people really like to congregate on. You go on Instagram. You heard him. He knows it.
Yeah, he already said this.
More than before I said it, which proves my maybe
this is that.
Tell me. Come
Well,
on.
the reason why.
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
You gotta be honest about this. Is that.
Tell me.
The reason why Twitter has these conversations and places like TikTok don't.
Right.
Is because TikTok gets people banned for having the conversations.
Wait a minute.
So,
TikTok absolutely has these conversations, though. It's not as many grifters on TikTok, but there's absolutely conversations being held about.
Yeah, there still looks maxes on TikTok.
And act like it's some kind of accomplishment that, or some sort of unique problem that like Twitter has. The only reason why you're not seeing more people saying things that you disagree with is that it's illegal and not illegal, but it's against the rules to disagree with you.
Oh, what the fuck? Are we
what?
dead ass serious?
What?
Bro said it's against
what?
the rules.
King Lion just did a 40-minute documentary on TJ. So when has it ever been illegal to be disagreeing with anybody? Asmongold, you're a fucking coward, bro. Like
on TikTok to disagree about gaming. Dog. What are you talking about? Clips of you saying the same shit I'm talking about are on TikTok. You literally can't make this shit up, bro. What are you talking about? I will acknowledge all day long, yes. TikTok is a bit more restrictive on what you can and can't say, especially when it comes to controversial topics. But you can absolutely still have all the same conversations and debates about wokeism and DEI and games and shit. Absolutely you can. I talk about this shit on TikTok all the time. I've literally disagreed with you on there. Come on, bro. This isn't even the first time you've reacted to my content. You reacted to me shitting on Star Wars Outlaws when it came out. You hear that, Asmongold fans? I don't like Star Wars Outlaws either. If TikTok was some positive only, no debate ass app, I would have never been able to make those videos. It's definitely a bit more restrictive, but nowhere near to the extent that he's trying to say.
That's the big problem, is that on every platform that is an open forum for discussion, the ideas that these other people are putting forward are overwhelmingly popular to the extent that even by his own admission, the video game companies capitulate to them.
Whoa! Another case of him putting words in my mouth. We're only 4 minutes in. Me being frustrated at grifters for ruining productive conversations in gaming is not me admitting that there's been a change in gaming from these people. I never once admitted that these ideas were so popular that games are being forced to change. I said grifters have a detrimental effect on gaming. Not so much at the studio level, but at the conversational level. You really gotta step out the echo chamber if you think someone like me, a dude who just wants to play a good game, is tired of games being boiled down to a label like Gooner Game or DEI garbage before they even come out. Someone who prefers to judge the game on stuff that actually matters instead of throwing a hate brigade on the game because
like damn, this shit is a little fast, like going to yeah, fuck it.
Don't like one of the character designs that much. You're trying to paint me to be way worse than it actually is to aid your argument. I'm thinking there's probably a few more people out there like me than you care to realize. Should have never allowed people to get paid from engagement on their tweets on Twitter.
I agree with that, to be fair.
Oh, that should have been the most detrimental thing. Why does he agree? Society since crack hit in the 80s. And then to add fuel to the fire.
Actually, I mean, I'm okay with it, but like they need to have a better approval process because too many people.
What? So you're okay with people getting paid off of tweets, but they need a better approval process? This is the only way Twitter can be moved right now. This is the only way they can grease the wheels on Twitter. You can't have Twitter right now if you fucking idiots don't buy Twitter Blue. Like, come on now, bro. Like, you guys are being siphoned by Elon Musk to pay back the OG people that own Twitter. Whatever, bro.
We'll use it badly.
Oh, interesting. Too many people use it badly. What do you mean by that, Asmongold? You're not saying that people would pay for a blue check mark on Twitter to get paid for tweeting and then abuse it by engagement farming and rage bait?
So he's not wrong in saying that it does need a better system, yes, but at the same time, it's like there's no like other system that could be. There's no other system that can work right now. At Twitter state at this moment, it's too riddled with bots. It's too riddled with porn. It's too riddled with people that get off on racism. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, once Twitter dies, like once Elon Musk like lets go of Twitter, there's not going to be, it has gore videos, yeah, gore videos too, but it's like once Twitter becomes like not popular anymore, it's going to die. Like, it's going to go to the shitter. It's going to be sad to see, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Unless somebody really cool acquires it and actually gets like more sponsors for it and stuff, then maybe it may become good, like they clean it up. But at this point, Twitter is just fucked.
To earn money? You mean you don't like that either? Man, if only there was a word for that. You cannot make this shit up, dude. 5 seconds ago, bro was acting like grifting was a foreign concept to him. Now he's like, yeah, too many people abuse getting paid for tweets on X. Bro, at least keep your own logic consistent. My God. All right, we got this whole rage bait culture going on now. Because you can say some shit that you know is completely false and then turn around and hide behind. That's bro, true. You fell for the rage bait. Let me give you guys a couple examples of what we're talking about here. Take the Wolverine game coming out for PlayStation 5. You guys remember the Wolverine reveal just a couple of weeks ago, right? Showed Wolverine, Mystique, the combat, some of the story, the graphics look good. I mean,
so you gonna buy it type shit?
Yup.
Nope, what about it?
It ain't good enough for these losers. Do my ears deceive me? Did y'all?
What did he say? Hold on. This be the thing about 1.5. Can I do like 1.15 or something? Can that be a thing? Yeah, 1.15. Come on.
Mystique, looks good. The combat, some of the story, the graphics look good. I mean, shit. Yup.
Mystique, what about it?
It ain't good enough for these losers.
Sweet baby Mystique, what out?
Did y'all hear him say that?
Mystique, what about it?
It's Mystique. What about it? I'm gonna remember you said that, bro. There's for a group of people that can't even stand it when a woman is the lead character in the game. You would think that a Wolverine video game would be their cup of tea. You think that'd be exactly what they need. Nah, bro. They're mad about the woman that is in the game. These people are mad that the X-Man Mystique, the blue shape-shifting mutant, is not sexy enough for them. Okay.
Exactly.
What?
Somebody wants a hot bitch in their game. What's the problem with that?
Asmongold, did a brick hit your head in the last 30 seconds and I missed it or something? You literally just went back to your default settings, bro. You proved my point. 5 seconds ago, you yourself said, that's Mystique. What's the issue? Which I...
This... Is he serious? That's what I'm saying. Like, is he serious? Like, he literally sat here, said, it's Mystique. What about it? I mean, yeah, we need a hot bitch in the game. Listen, Mystique is chopped in the face. She's always been chopped in the face. But the body was banging. You know what I'm saying? Hey. You know the deal. Hey, but, oh my God. He said divine rage bait. I don't even know if I want to call it rage bait, bro, because I couldn't even rage bait this hard. Yeah, no, I couldn't rage bait this hard.
Agree with. Now you're saying, well, why shouldn't we want hot girls in games? Who says we can't have that? Why is that bad? Who made you decide that? I never said that.
You can't say I like pancakes and somebody will say, so you hate waffles? No, bitch, that's a whole new sentence. What the fuck is you talking about? Exactly.
Find one time in the original vid or this vid where I said we shouldn't want hot characters in games. You can't, because I didn't say that, and that's not my argument. All I'm saying is it's absolutely ridiculous to completely write a game off and call it DEI slop simply because a side character's design isn't your favorite. And clearly it's doing its job. It looks like Mystique enough for even you to be like, that's Mystique. What's the issue? But you can't help yourself, can you? You immediately made up an imaginary issue to get mad at. You're fighting ghosts, bro. You don't even realize you do it too because it's your default setting. And now you've got your audience of poor souls rallying talking about some, yeah, we should should be able to have hot girls in games. Fuck what that guy's talking about. Why shouldn't we be able to? Nobody said that. And this is a prime example in real time how that type of disingenuousness doesn't help gaming at all. You're putting words in my mouth and getting mad at me for things I never said. And I think you do it on purpose because you know there's truth to what I'm saying. But you can't even acknowledge it because you have to die on your hill. You know what I'm bringing up is real, so you pivot to a whole different argument. And that argument is a good separate argument. There should be allowed to be hot girls in games. Nobody's saying there shouldn't be. But that's still a different argument because no one said there shouldn't be. Goalpost shifting like you wouldn't believe.
Who decided that's a bad thing?
Not me.
Who decided that's something that you're not supposed to say?
Not me. You're fighting ghosts,
Yeah,
bro.
and like, yeah, who decided this? That's her Mystique. Yeah, it's her appeal. Yeah, I remember back in the day, bro. Mystique was hot as fuck. Mystique and Rogue were hot as hell.
But she looks good in the game. How much hotter do we gotta make her? She look good.
And also, here's the other thing, is that I guarantee you, if she was more attractive, it'd sell more copies.
All right, bro.
It's undeniable that
Okay.
having
All
a
right.
And this is misogyny. This is misogyny. Asmongold, you cannot tell anybody they need to be more attractive. Hey man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga is chopped. Absolutely chopped, bro. Like, who is he to say, yeah, this girl needs to be hotter? Women are going to be hot regardless. Like, even if they don't even look good, somebody gonna think a woman is hot, bro. Like, it be some chopped women that people really think is hot. You feel me? And it's like, it's like, dude, you can't tell nobody is chopped. Like, men are going to be more chopped than women regardless, no matter where you put them on the spectrum. Men are going to be more chopped than women. That's just how this shit is. You feel me? That's why women just look good as fuck. That's why like dudes be having like different options of women that they like. You feel me? Like, I got a big homie in my dancing shit. Like, literally, he like the big girls. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't like the big girls like that. But he love them. He love them. And that's okay, bro. It's fine. They not for me, but they for him. And that's cool. We the same size. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, who cares if you don't find her attractive? It's somebody else for you. You know, it's that simple. It's that simple, man.
appealing characters is better than having characters that are unattractive and unappealing.
Dude, sex sells. That's a fact. I can't argue that. I can't disagree with that. It's just the truth. You seem to think other people don't get that. That's not the case. Sex does sell, but does that mean I need to see big flopping mommy milkers on Mystique in the Wolverine game? You're telling me in this gritty ass, realistic, mutant hunting world, Mystique should be the one character with an over-sexualized design? That just doesn't fit this game. I think she looks good, but more importantly, I can tell that's Mystique. You could too, which means it's accurate to the source material and it fits the art direction of the game. I'm not saying make her butt ass ugly, but she just looks realistic for the game. She looks good.
I mean, that's why every gacha game has attractive characters.
Right.
That's why
Gacha games is for fucking gambling gooners. What are we talking? Bro, that's for them. That's not for the public. Do you think somebody in the grown age of 35, unless it's your age, is going to be out in public playing that horse racing game? Okay, they probably are going to play that actually. Me, I'm not playing that shit though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be outside, you know, playing no gooner game. But I may be inside.
and if you think that I'm wrong on this,
Gacha being brought up is insane. It is insane. It's like, bro, like nobody. Once you get out of gacha, you're never going back to gacha. Like that's how it is, bro.
go look at the characters that girls cosplay.
Okay.
Not only do men not like these characters, but women don't even like these characters. That's why they don't pretend to be these characters.
I don't know about
What?
you guys, but I don't go to gacha games for like a God of War level narrative type of story. Gacha games, bro, we're talking about hyper stylized games. The whole aesthetic of these games are the art style and the addictive gameplay.
A real
more
goon
realistic
game.
game that's meant to feel more immersive won't follow that model. It'll just have people looking more realistic, not ugly. If Atsu from Ghost of Yote was some tiny waist, mommy milker, skimpy clothes ass wearing character, that doesn't even fit the aesthetic and identity the game is going for. So if that's what you want so bad, you should just play a game that fits more of what you're looking for instead of force your opinions onto every other game. Because some of the games have a vision for what they want themselves to be, and it can be very hard to have both while still having immersion.
Now they might dress up like
But
Rouge
of
or
course,
Rogue
of course, there's going to be that guy in the comment. Nah, man, you weird for not wanting big titties on Atsu. Like, bro, just go play a porn game. It's not hard, dude. Just Go on Newgrounds if you really want to look at some big ass milkers while you play a game, bro. Like,
or fucking Mystique, but not from the game like that.
Oh, dude, this Mystique is wearing like a combat uniform.
go play
She's
the first
undercover right
Descendant,
now.
yeah,
You don't know what her
the first shit. First Descendant is literally just Arc Raiders in Destiny, but with fucking titties. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh god.
full design will look like, so I don't even know why we're judging it off the 1 second clip she's in. Girls are hot, bro. They make costumes look hot. When I think of what I'm attracted to, I don't first think of ninjas, but I do see a bunch of sexy ninja girls on Halloween. I won't say that I completely don't get what you're saying, but someone choosing to cosplay a character they deem attractive doesn't mean a game like Wolverine will be bad or woke just because you don't like Mystique's design in that game. But we're getting way off topic here. DEI Mystique. What the hell does that even mean? It's at the point now they just throw around whatever buzzword they want to, bro. This shit makes no sense, because dog, the attractiveness of a character does not impact the gameplay at all.
Why make it ugly?
So you think they're intentionally making characters look ugly? This may shock you.
What the fuck is? But why make it ugly? Asmongold, you're ugly. Pot calling the kettle black. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we? And none of the women in the games that we're playing right now are ugly. You know, I was gonna say something like really bad about one of his family members, but they're not doing too well, so I'm just gonna preferences doesn't exist anymore, I guess. That's what I'm saying. It's like people can't have a preference no more. It's always she's ugly, so this is fucking bad. Like, come on, bro.
But people do have different definitions for
weird.
attractive. Of course, as a people, I think we have a general consensus on like attractive versus not. But like, how far in attractiveness do you need a side character like Mystique to scale up to? Especially before she starts looking out of place art-wise. Beauty really must be in the eye of the beholder, because I ain't gonna lie.
She is very gorgeous to me.
If it doesn't matter, then why intentionally make it bad? Does it make sense?
Who says they're making it intentionally bad though? I mean, and that's the thing, because 5 seconds ago, right? 5 seconds ago, you said Mystique's design is fine. It's normal. Now, 2 minutes later, you're saying, why would they intentionally make a character look bad? You just went from, that's Mystique, what's the issue, to why shouldn't we have hot girls in games, to claiming they're making characters ugly intentionally. Okay, Asmongold, yeah, you totally believe everything that's coming out of your mouth. We give a damn about the side characters' looks right now. On top of that, this shit is the most ironic thing.
Because the reason why, here's the reason why, I'll give an honest answer, is that
I
it's
love
a
it. Here we
mining
go.
canary.
Okay.
It's something that people have seen over and over with video games, that continuously uglify characters. They make them look weird. They give...
When has a video game uglified a character? When? Even if you give me an example, that's not going to be a good example, because you have to take into point of the time that we're in too. So if you try to go back in time and say Tomb Raider, that's not even going to work, because we didn't have graphics. We didn't have the technology to create the graphics that we have right now. Like, come on now, bro. Even if you go back to the old Witcher game, we still didn't have the technology for those type of graphics to make the good graphics we have right now. Like, these people are schizophrenic. That's it. That's all it is. Asmongold has schizophrenia, because there's no way that he thinks this is a good thing to do.
Them uncertain genders. They look like androgynous characters rather than definitive male or female characters. Right. A lot of these video games that have released
have you seen a woman outside? Listen, this is a fact, okay? Women's faces look like their dads. Like, they're going to take after their dad's faces more than they're going to take after their mom's faces. So if a girl looks more like her dad, that means she's got more of her dad's genes inside of her. That's when she looks androgynous. But then again, like, a woman doesn't even look androgynous unless she actually looks androgynous. And none of the women that he's put on the screen look androgynous. So what the fuck is this nigga talking about?
had a pattern of being horrible.
Link from Legend of Zelda was intentionally designed to look gender
Link looks like a fucking twink. What are we talking about?
neutral, just so the character could be more relatable to more people. Literally confirmed by the people who designed the character. Is that too woke, Asmongold? Is that an example of DEI ruining games? Or was it just a creative decision that paid off massively? Since Link and The Legend of Zelda are two of the most popular things in gaming. If Legend of Zelda dropped brand new today, y'all would be calling it woke slop. Right,
like
okay.
the new Black Ops game, for example, you have obviously Avowed, you have Dragon Age,
Bro,
you
what
have
the fuck are these
Assassin's Creed
examples?
Shadows, there's Star Wars Outlaws. Like, there are so many different points on the graph that show that, you know, desexualizing characters
Bro.
and the games that do that have been tremendously unsuccessful, that now people have recognized a pattern.
Right.
And
What? There's no way people sit here and like really agree with this. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way, bro. There's no way. There's no way. Avowed? Dude. Oh, God.
I think this pattern is very easy to understand. And
Desexualizing implies that games are inherently supposed to be sexual. And I don't think that's fair to games. Star Wars Outlaws was hot ass. But I can tell that it was a woman main character. You couldn't? And the story is poorly written. It's a horrible game. But it's still Star Wars for the most part. I don't think it's disrespectful to the franchise. It just sucked ass. If everything in the game was the same and we just made the main character...
How does this bitch look in... Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to disrespect her. How does this woman look androgynous? Asmongold, just say you like men, bro. Like, it's okay to like dudes, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't relate. You feel me? But I can understand if you like dudes, bro. Just say you like dudes, man. Because there's no way you see this woman right here and say, hey, she looks androgynous. That's a Latina with freckles. Come on now, bro. What?
More attractive, this game would still be hot ass. Black Ops 7? Are we talking about her? She's not even the main character. Black Ops 7 was abysmal dog.
Damn, her shit big though, bro. What the
Black
fuck?
Ops 7? Are we talking about her?
God damn, bro. Her forehead huge, man. She got her daddy forehead for real. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know, she ain't my cup of tea. But shit, you know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta say, you feel me?
She's not even the main character. Black Ops 7 was abysmal dog shit, I'm not going to lie. But it's not because of her, dog. She's barely in it. Assassin's Creed Shadows? Really? Shadows was a very mid game, but it's not because of these character designs. It also sold pretty well for an Assassin's Creed.
Atu's bad as fuck. Atu's bad as fuck. Come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. Oh, shit. You see that jump scare? Oh, my God. Not Atsu. Nawe. I forgot how to spell her name. Oh, okay. Like, what? Bro, these niggas is weird, bro. 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 These niggas is weird, man. They weird, bro. They weird as heck, bro. They cannot. Oh, okay, yeah, nah, bro. Come on now, bro. Don't play.
Creed game. It wasn't a failure.
what happens is that those people, the reason why they do that
When he says those people, he really means black people.
Right.
is because they don't care about what the audience wants.
Okay.
They don't care about whether somebody likes this or not. They
And women.
care about using this as a position to where
Right.
they can push their worldview.
Isn't that what some people do too by writing off a whole game?
We really tried to give Ghost of Yosei the benefit of doubt. We ignored the woke hirings and other rumors. We ignored the protagonist change to a woman for no good reason. Oh. These are the dudes who sit at home and jerk off all day, by the way. We ignored that they made her ugly. Grums, bro, your hairline's worse than mine. We did this because the first game was great and we wanted to believe. And then, then it turns out it was woke infested, assassination loving, Antifa supporting. What's wrong with Antifa? What? Oh man. Yeah, he knows. He definitely knows that he's tapping into that audience. Oh yeah. Lesbian ending woke piece of slop ever. Ain't nothing wrong with lesbians, bro. Nigga mad because two girls want to kiss each other. Oh god. Grown ass man mad that chicks want to be hot together and kiss each other. Oh god. Here we go, guys. These are the guys that are leading the gaming community. These dudes, the dudes who think girls kissing girls is not hot. Okay.
Game simply because it has a woman lead? How many people were saying Ghost of Woke as soon as they found out the main character was a woman this time? Some of these people even being fans of Tsushima. So I could easily say they don't really care about games. They don't really care about variety and creative choice. They don't care about a different perspective. You want every game to be exactly like whatever your vision for it is. So what's really the difference here? I don't see you making a game with a bunch of bad bitches in it if that's what you want so bad.
Like that doesn't really respect the player, and they also don't respect the medium that they're making a game for.
Okay.
So
I hear
really,
you.
big surprise that a person who is just by categorical association association, disrespecting the source material, and not creating content for their core audience,
Right.
big surprise that you're going to have a larger
Not creating content for their core audience. Dude, do you really think that these corporations really give a fuck about the core audience like that? They are here to make money. That's the reason why you're grifting. That's the reason why you're spewing dumb shit. Because you're here to make money. You don't give a fuck about what your audience thinks. You don't give a fuck about how your audience feels. You don't give a fuck about if your audience can't even eat some nights and shit. So why are you sitting here saying the corporations need to care about their core audience? Bro, you're a detriment to your core audience. The fuck? Oh, God, bro.
group out of that sample size that is going to create bad products.
Here's my thing, right? If those games always fail, why are you so upset? You should want that. If they fail, they make no money, and there's less chance of a game like that coming out again. Games with theming or politics you don't agree with will come out. They will always come out. And that one game coming out is not going to turn every other game woke. And if a game you consider woke slop does bad, fails, and loses money, great! That's what you want, right?
And even if you disagree, you just all you have to do is look at the points on the graph.
He loves saying
That's a
that.
straight fucking line.
He loves saying
There's maybe
that.
one or two exceptions, but like there's a million examples.
Yeah, I gotta disagree because most of the examples we use, they don't necessarily fit that.
I don't know really how you could say otherwise.
Because 50-50 is not the reason Black Ops 7 is ass. Trust me, I know I played the whole campaign. Avowed is like somewhere in the middle, not a success, but not a major flop. Dragon Age Veilguard definitely failed. But I don't think it's the characters, I just think it's the game. From what I can tell from actual criticism, the writing was the worst part about Dragon Age Veilguard. Same thing with Star Wars Outlaws. Not necessarily a character design issue. The game's just ass. The gameplay.
And these are very objective points. These are factual points. A lot of people don't sit on TikTok and spew factual points about shit. They just want to say shit's ass. But they can't really articulate why something's ass. They just want to say it's ass because it's ass. Like, that's why shit, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I'd be like deleting some of y'all comments and shit. Like, if you say some dumbass shit in my comment section, I'm going to delete that shit because you're not making sense at all. You're not even being objective with your shit. You're just being negative. What the fuck?
Play is not fun. Story is not well written. It's not a well put together game in my opinion. I think you're definitely oversimplifying it to fit that agenda. Any creative has to balance what they want to make with what they think others will enjoy. Sometimes it doesn't line up. Gaming will be okay. But okay, cool. They don't like Mystique.
Sounds
Whatever.
okay. That's fine.
DEI Mystique.
Yeah, sure.
They love manly men in their video games, right? So Wolverine at the very least being the main character and the main focus about this game, that should be enough for them to not be complaining too much.
Sure. Unhinged emotional meltdown of Insomniac Wolverine fanboys is priceless. We're gonna have a fun year. This is Wolverine, Wokeverine for the modern Pedro Pascal audience, non-binary. I don't even know what it is.
You don't even know what it is?
Like, I mean, it looks fine to me.
This nigga's fucking trash, bro.
It looks fine to him. You heard it here.
Like, I mean, it looks fine to me. I don't even know why they're mad.
I don't even know why they're mad. You heard him. This Wolverine is a soy boy to them. This Wolverine
Trouble just has a way of finding me.
isn't Wolverine enough for these people. Dog, it gets to what are we talking about? I'm watching this man turn people into Anakin Skywalker, bro. Leaping at people with max ferocity.
Yeah.
This man is about homicide
Looks
right
good.
now. And it's not enough for y'all. This is ass. This is ass to y'all. Like, it gets to a point where I really wonder, what is it that y'all want from these games? They are just committed to the grift, bro. It's insane. Remember?
Well, I mean, really, if they're so committed to the grift, you should at least explain what it is.
So he's being a contrarian to himself. Exactly. It's like he's literally just talking around himself. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I know I got ADHD and shit, and sometimes I be like rambling a little bit, but this is just out of control. This is straight up schizophrenia at this point. See, the difference between me and Asmongold, I drink water. He drinks Diet Pepper. Diet Pepper?
Is. Like, I mean, there's probably a reason why they said that. He didn't even explain why they said that.
What? I'll let you finish before I say anything.
He didn't even explain why they said that. All he did really was like go and show a tweet of a person saying it was woke or bad. He didn't even show why they think that or anything. He didn't even present their argument.
Right.
He didn't even make a counter argument against what they said.
Right. Okay. Asmongold. What are you talking about? Are you actually thinking about the words you're saying, or are you just yapping on autopilot? The whole video you're watching is about why people like him say what he said. It's my whole point. You really said, I didn't even explain.
He didn't even show why they think that or anything. He didn't even present their argument.
Money! The answer is
Like
money,
he's
bro.
drink
What do you mean?
diet.
That's what I've been saying. You're talking about I didn't explain the tweet's argument. I don't think he has an argument. I think he's bullshitting for engagement. I've said that. And even if I didn't say that, since when is it down to me to explain his argument? Like, what the fuck are you talking about right now, dude? They didn't explain why they think it's bad. They didn't produce their argument. It doesn't fall on me to do that. And I don't think there is an argument. That's the point I think you're missing.
Like, that is the whole thing, bro. It's like they sat here to say, no, this is woke trash. You ask them why, they don't have a reason why. I don't know, bro. This be a lot of people that a lot of y'all just be watching this shit and tweeting. It's like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. It doesn't even make sense when you think about it 3 times. So why would it make sense the first time?
Just said something to try and piss people off and start a hate campaign against Wolverine. My counter argument that you said I didn't have, even though I just don't think you've been listening, is that what he's saying is complete nonsense. How do I explain his argument when you yourself said you don't even know what that guy's complaining about?
Like, I mean, it looks fine to me. I don't even know why they're mad.
You don't even see the issue, which means you and I agree. But somehow it falls on me to explain his argument. That makes no sense.
Who said that? Also, like, yeah, one guy said that. I don't even know. Like, as far as I know, nobody really thinks that, except for like maybe a few people on Twitter.
There's people in your chat right now saying the same shit. You can't make this up, bro. Yes, I used him as my main example for the point I was trying to make right there. That's not crazy. And his tweet is important because if grifting culture wasn't as prevalent as it is right now, I don't think this guy would have tweeted this shit at all. Because like you said, what the hell's he even talking about? That's just the one tweet I chose to use. And again, it's how grifting culture encourages this type of bullshit anyway. Just listen to a clip of one of my favorite grifters, the wonderful Vara Dark. Let me just play you a quick clip of something she said recently. My favorite.
One thing that I thought was really weird about this trailer that I had said while I was live streaming the State of Play is the fact that 90% of the enemies that Wolverine is beating up are minorities.
If he doesn't say anything about this, you already know.
So I just have a very sneaking suspicion that it's going to be about his white privilege and him coming to terms with that and him trying to become a better man. I just have a feeling that that is not a coincidence.
Oh, Vara. Come on.
Yeah, it could be a reach. Sure.
Thank you, Asmongold. I appreciate.
So, Asmongold, will you stand on anything besides a pile of filth in your fucking house? This is a 35-year-old man, bro. I hate when people that are older than me be doing fuck shit like this, bro. No way this man is sitting here like, I think that's a reach. This is your whole campaign.
Appreciate you, gang. She's on a ladder reaching for the stars, brother. My sweet, sweet angel. Are you smoking crack? This is how you know these people don't play or care about the games they're talking about at all. They just want to monetize off of your outrage. Why does it look like Wolverine's fighting a lot of minorities in the Wolverine game trailer? I don't know, man. Could it be that...
Who knows?
Who knows? I know. We know.
Who knows why?
The game's not in fucking America? Dog, the game is set in Madripoor, a fictional country, not the United States. So if anything, Wolverine is the minority where he's at in that story. And guys, who knows? I know. We all know.
What do you mean, who knows? Wolverine is from fucking Canada. He's not in Canada. What? Where? Oh my gosh, bro. And people feed into this. They feed into it. They love this nigga, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Get back here, Asmongold. You do not just get to who knows your way out of that one, gang. You're not even gonna acknowledge that. She is literally doing what I'm calling out. She's trying to manufacture outrage by saying Wolverine is killing a bunch of minorities. It's a white guilt story. Oh, we're under attack. And she couldn't be bothered to do one Google search to see it's not in America. The double standard is crazy here, Asmongold. Come on, bro. You just attempted to grill me for not doing my due diligence, even though it's not my job to explain someone else's
do your due diligence.
Argument. Vara Dark is over here starting up some pretty serious claims about the Wolverine story with no sort of evidence to back her claims up at all, just going off of vibes and emotion bait. And you're just like, yeah, who knows? We'll let her slide on that one. Rule for thee, not for me type shit. Okay. Now I see how you operate. I get it. These people do this with every game now. I just showed you them saying Mystique in the new Wolverine game ain't sexy enough for them. So that begs the question, what do they want these characters to look like? And of course, it was no other game than Ghost of Yotei to provide us an answer to this question.
This one, bro, 56 million views.
Definitely bait. No doubt it's bait. But again, y'all see that?
So you swear he got bot viewers? Yeah, that's all he like. He definitely has bots. He definitely has bots for one. And two, he also has like a bunch of insecure ass kids in his shit too that just don't fit in with society. And it's, oh god, it's so disgusting.
Getting paid for this bullshit.
And here's what I would say about this. If she looked more like the character on the left,
He's gonna say
they would
it.
have sold more copies. That's all. You take everything else and you say everything else is the same, but you change the way that she looks and you make her look like she was from Stellar Blade.
Counteract argument, it actually wouldn't sell more copies because women buy Ghost of Yotei, and a lot of women that buy Ghost of Yotei aren't misogynistic women, so it wouldn't have sold more copies. It actually would have sold less copies because then it would have been less appealing for kids as well too, because Ghost of Yotei is not really for kids, but this is like me watching Kill Bill at the ripe age of 11 years old. My dad didn't give a fuck. This shit was awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would drive you away. Exactly. Because it's like, bro, this is just some sex shit. I don't want to watch this. But like, if I see just some badass, just badass women just slicing people up and shit, yeah, I'm about to watch this shit. This shit is hard.
Oh,
You would
dog.
have sold more copies than you did already.
You know what's funny about that? Game identity is real. It wouldn't fit the setting or narrative if Atsu was running around half naked. That's not the story they wanted to tell. And going by your logic, if attractiveness trumps all, Stellar Blade should be a much bigger game than Yotei,
Exactly.
especially having a whole year head start on it. What do you know? Yotei sold more copies in less than 2 months on one platform than Stellar Blade did in a whole year with a PC release. Damn. I guess it's not all about boobies.
That's not about the game being bad.
Okay.
It's about it being better.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Again, sales numbers don't lie.
A game can be successful despite this, but it's never going to be worse because of it.
I disagree.
I'll tell you that.
I disagree. That's definitely not true. Yes, it definitely can make a game worse. If her character was the only one designed over sexually in this world, that would not fit the game. The whole shit would be immersion breaking. Holy fuck. We can.
It would be fucking Lollipop Chainsaw. I mean, Lollipop Chainsaw is a really good game because it fits the narrative of it being some weird Japanese shit. But I understand Lollipop Chainsaw. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not be serious. If Ghost of Yotei made Atsu look like this, the game would have sold 1 million copies by now. Crazy. Holy
Are we really going to try to talk about how, like, for example, Stellar Blade wasn't massively popular because of the way that Eve looked?
Are you dead? You know how many people didn't play Stellar Blade because they labeled it a gooner game? See, this is the funny part. I like Stellar Blade. I'm perfectly fine with hot women in my game. You think I'm not. And I tried to convince so many people that Stellar Blade was a good game with a really good story and great combat. And so many people didn't give it a try because they labeled it
that game had a lot of personality. I ain't gonna lie.
as a gooner game. So no, you're not objectively right here.
I feel like a lot of people know about Tomb Raider, and they probably play Tomb Raider because Lara Croft was hot as hell.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair, but that fits more for those games. You may not immediately lust over Atsu from Ghost of Yotei over like a Lara Croft from Tomb Raider, but when I first saw Atsu, I thought she looked cool as shit. Her design definitely made me intrigued, and I definitely wanted to spend time with her character and learn more. And I didn't even have to see her boobs for that. I mean this with all sincerity, bro. You cannot be dead ass. Bro, this...
I'm dead ass. I'll say it right now. I think that if you put in, like, this is a thing for me, is that if I see an ugly female main character, I assume the game's going to be shit.
Okay, that sounds like a you problem, bro. I don't know what you want me to say. Sounds like you want every woman in a video game to be straight gooner material.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, what do y'all niggas want? Do you just want just gooner material in every single video game? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if you have gooner material in every single video game, the video game's not gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. It's the laws of attraction. The more sexualized the game, the less of the audience is going to be available to play it. That's just how it is.
And anything less than that is just ugly to you automatically? Only game I can even recently think of that a lot of people hopped on the train of calling the main character ugly were the Horizon games, bro. And despite all the bullshit, the Horizon franchise has been massively successful for PlayStation. And even then, I feel like she just looked normal, like just an average woman in a primitive world.
Yeah, she cool. She cool. You know what I'm saying? She cool, man. You know, she ain't somebody that I would like stay with for a long time, you know what I'm saying? But she cool. You feel me? She like a fun person.
Up in the apocalypse, y'all.
Because nobody wants to look at an ugly bitch.
Facts.
Nobody does.
Facts.
Women don't want to look at that.
Facts.
Men don't want to look at that.
Facts.
Nobody wants to
You're
look
right.
at that.
That's hey, I agree with him on that. Listen, hey. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with an ugly chick. I had one before, you know. Nah, she wasn't ugly. She's like, was it like? Hey, you know, sometimes you gotta take an L.
You're right.
And whatever the sales numbers for the game were, they would have been higher if she was more attractive.
Not always the case, man, but we'll get more into that one in a minute.
Because here's the logic that I'm using with this. You can go and say that you don't care the way a character looks. And I think that's totally justified, totally valid.
I'm actually not saying I don't care how a character looks. Character design is important. Of course I know that. I'm saying you can critique a design you don't agree with without slapping some political label on it and calling it a day. I'm saying character design variety is good. I'm saying I don't care if Mystique has that butt-naked look to her in the game like she does in the movie. As long as she looks the part and isn't offensive to look at and is in line with the character, then why are we complaining about her being DEI? Okay?
But there are other people out there that do.
Okay.
So whenever there's a decision and you are classifying yourself as a person who doesn't care about the decision,
right?
I think that you do care about the decision.
Oh.
But you want to act like you don't so you can pretend like you're above it. The truth is that if there's a group of people that don't care and a group of people that do care and want one thing, logically, what any developer should do is do what the group of people that do care want so they can maintain the people that don't care because categorically, by definition, they don't care. So it's not.
But that's not going to be good for business. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's dumb it down. Let's dumb it down on something that I 100% know, okay? Because I've been on the giving end of this. T-Mobile home internet, right? It's $50 a month when it first came out. It should still be $50 a month unless they change the price. But I've been seeing ads for $50 a month. T-Mobile home internet, when it launched, it was only really available in a lot of like city areas or, you know, a lot of rural areas. But in those rural areas, there was this thing called a data cap. And there's people who really needed this internet who were in the areas with a data cap and they could not get this internet, right? So when they couldn't get the internet, they would be classified as people that really care about this. These are the people that need it for work, or need to start work, or they need it for their kids' homework because, like I said, they're in a very rural area, so there's not a lot of internet in that area, right? And they don't want to spend $600 on Starlink, right? They don't want to spend that money because they don't have that money because they live in a rural area. Those people care a lot. So they demanded that T-Mobile adds more towers in that area so that way they can get more internet in that area. T-Mobile couldn't do that. And do you know what they did when T-Mobile couldn't do that? They sucked it the fuck up and decided to do something different. You know what I'm saying? So no, the company is not going to change its ways just because a group of people care about something. They're going to change a game, their ways if a majority of people care about something. But unfortunately, in your situation, Asmongold, your group's too small to give a fuck about. Like, that's why you're not getting what you want. Because you could easily find an alternative. But no, you want to fit in a group that you don't belong in. You don't have access to. You're not welcome. You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
Not going to matter to them.
Okay.
And they also get the people that do care, and you attract them too. It's just common sense.
You know what I do care about, Asmongold? I care about variety. I don't care if my game has an Eve or an Aloy. As long as the game is good, I'm good. But why do you want a one-size-fits-all type of design for these characters? The people making the game have to be involved, man. They're not just slaves making products for us. I think their creative input matters even if you don't. And again, what you're forgetting is some games are legit stories with real identities. And for the immersion to stick, you have to keep your identity. You miss out on so much character variety and different personality if you just make cookie-cutter designs for all your characters. I care about judging Mystique on if she looks like Mystique, not calling the whole game woke because her butt's a little flatter than you wanted. It's insane how you can just miss that point again and again and again. It's ridiculous to expect or even want every single game to have a hyper-stylized, hyper-sexualized look to all their characters. And when certain games don't have that style, it's so dumb to jump on the hate campaign and call it woke slop and shit, because that harms actual productive criticism and debates in gaming. That's been my same argument and same point the entire time. No matter how many times you try to spin it around or make it something else than it is or put words in my mouth, that's what it's been. Game is set in the 1600s. I'm a gamer. I don't need my character to look like... this shit. Nobody in the 1600s is looking like this, bro. Shit, nobody today is naturally looking like this. And I'm a gamer, bro. I'd much rather have my character look like this. Forget the yitties. Like, if it fits the story.
I think that really it's the choice, right? And I think having the choice is what matters the most. Like, I don't think that you should over-sexualize a character and like mandate it. I think that the best option, and this is the thing that I think women want, is that there are some women that like over-sexualized characters like Bayonetta or Eve or 2B.
Sure.
And there's also other women that like, you know, really kind of realistic characters like Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah.
And I think that giving people the option to choose is the best option.
Okay.
So, if you have the choice to not play the game or interact with it, why you interact with it? Oh God, bro, he doesn't stand on anything. This is not a real man, bro. This is just a little boy in his basement or his attic who likes video games. This is all he is. But he doesn't really even like video games. He just likes making money off of people who care about video games. That's really the whole thing, bro.
Hey, pause. First of all,
instead of hating because of dumb shit, just play the game and make your own opinion about it. Exactly. That's all he has to do. All he has to do is play the game and make his own opinion about it. He did that shit. And he enjoyed Ghost of Yote, but now he wants to sit back and say, oh, this isn't giving me money if I'm talking positively about it, so I'm going to grift. Like, come on, bro.
Paul, I'm proud of you, Asmongold. That right there is actually valid criticism. We might have gotten somewhere right there. However, I don't fully agree. I do think there's a lot of times where player choice is an improvement no matter what, but not always with creative endeavors like this. The game is a creation. Atsu was an idea in someone's head that they had to make come to life. They have a vision for how they want her portrayed and how they want her story told. That's what you keep forgetting. We spend our money on entertainment. That doesn't mean we get to decide how all of it is produced. If a movie comes out and you watch the trailer and it's not your style, it doesn't look like something for you, you probably won't see it. You'll just save your money, and that's fine. But if you could go to the movies and choose yourself how every scene of the movie played out, then whose story is being told? So you could give us options to wear less clothes in the game. I think that's what you want. And sometimes that's cool and it works. Like, you could get butt-ass naked in Stellar Blade. Cool. Still sold less than Yote. But some stories are told with intent and purpose and meant to be experienced the way they were crafted.
But I do think that in general, like, you would sell more copies if the character was more appealing. It's guaranteed.
I mean, dog, but what does more appealing mean to you, though? You just said it's not about having a different body or less clothes, so what is it? What other options are you wanting in the game, then?
If you think that's not true, then why is it that every single gacha game has attractive female characters?
Here we go. We've already addressed this point. We're not going to repeat too much again.
Gacha game is softcore porn, bro. That's all it is. That's all it is, bro. Like, it's literally like going to a strip club. You see some big old things and you want to spend some money. That's it. Like, oh God. That's the reason why I don't go to strip clubs. Because it's like, you just wasted money and time for lust. It's weird.
And I don't think they're really comparable. Gacha games, that's their aesthetic. That's their thing. It's hyper designed. All the characters look hot. It's supposed to be eye candy quick. A game that's supposed to be more realistic and immersive, that art style won't necessarily fit that. And that's okay.
I mean, how many points on the graph do you need to make a line again?
He loves saying that, bro.
It's just so obvious.
You love saying that. That's your favorite term. Porn is free, you feel me? If you're really trying to see all that, you know, hit the Google one time, or hear me out, even better, go talk to a woman in real life. I know, that's a crazy ass.
Well, I mean, like, this is what's funny to me, is like, you're gonna go and call these people weird, but then you want them to go fuck with real life women? Wouldn't it be better they sit on a game, think that they're in a relationship with some fucking random anime girl?
No, it wouldn't be better. That would 100% not be better. What are we talking about? You would rather your audience sit online with a virtual girlfriend than go outside and get a real girlfriend? Nah, this nigga's weird, bro. This dude's weird. This dude's weird, bro. This is weird. Oh, no. No, this is weird, bro. That's weird, bro.
Wouldn't that be better for real women if these people were so...
What? Despite how fucking insane that sounded, I actually kind of get what you mean. But that wasn't the dunk you think it was, bro. That was dumb as hell. If you're obsessed and needing every game that comes out to have the women designs be over-sexualized, and if it's not, it's considered woke, I think you could benefit from stepping outside, meeting a couple real people, having some conversations with real women, touching grass. I mean, yeah, I think that's beneficial.
So, like, I'm not sure why he's trying to put this on real women.
Oh, shut the hell up, man. But these people don't want to get better. Just look at the chat that I see right now. Women in real life? Hell no. He's probably joking. Probably not.
So, I mean, I feel like you're doing, I mean, really, these gacha games are doing a public service, in my opinion.
Yeah, actually they are, and that's part of my point. If you want a game where all the characters are designed like that, Go play a gacha game. Go play the games that exist with that design in them. But don't throw that desire on every game that comes out or it's just not a valid game. This is what gives gamers a bad rap, bro. I look at tweets like this.
Yeah, a bad rap. See, you can talk about bad raps all you want and like opinions. See, this is people like this.
Oh
really
boy.
Care a lot.
Oh no, he about to. Here we go, Asmongold. Let's hear it. You've contradicted yourself 20 times in this video alone. But yes, tell me about people like me. I'm listening.
People like this really care a lot about how they're perceived. They care a lot about how other people think about them and how other people view them. The truth is that the way that people view you isn't really relevant. It doesn't really matter. So like if you want to go around and be like, oh, well, people think this is bad and like this is what other people's opinions are. Why does that have anything to do? Like, you're using an argument that like other people think this is bad, so it's bad.
What makes you
okay? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, Asmongold. You don't wash your ass on a daily basis. Do you know who else didn't wash their asses on a daily basis? The people in England that suffered through the Black Plague. They suffered through the Black Plague because they didn't wash their asses every single day. They wash their ass once in every blue moon. And that is the reason why disease spread. And also, another reason why the disease spread was because they left dead bodies in the fucking streets. So, and what happened with those dead bodies in the streets was those dead bodies decayed, and then the moisture from the dead bodies and the rain that kept happening in England, it seeped down into the sewers, and the sewer rats drank that blood and that decayed water that came into the sewers. And then the sewer rats ended up biting people, which caused an extra plague. It caused an extra plague. And that's the reason why the Black Plague was a thing, because people didn't wash their ass or decompose the bodies, got rid of them. So again, yeah, why wouldn't you want people to think good of you? That is fucking weird. Just because you, Asmongold, don't think well of yourself doesn't mean you have to spread that ideology towards everybody else. If you feel like you shouldn't look good or be good for other people, do whatever you want to do. But just do that shit away from us, because us normal people want to wash our asses. We want to have a good time. We want to talk to women. And if you're a dude, you can talk to a man. If you're a chick, you can talk to a chick. You know what I'm saying? We want to spread shit that's good and positive. Not this cave dwelling shit, bro. Like, nah.
This type of stuff gives gamers a bad rep doesn't make me some white knight. You know what I mean? I do think shit like this can turn new people off from gaming, though. Or rather, turn some people off from engaging in certain parts of gaming. And bro, you're reaching so hard to sound smarter than you actually are. It's
daily showers, 100%.
All I've been saying since my first vid is this. Grifters are ruining gaming discourse by manufacturing outrage for money. That's just my opinion as someone who games every day and is on the internet every day. And starting whole-ass hate campaigns on a game because you don't agree with a design choice, it's dumb and it's not productive to gaming. And it's so ironic because I could say the exact same thing about you. You yourself said there's nothing wrong with Mystique's design in Wolverine PS5. Then immediately jump to, well, why can't we have hot girls in games? Even though you know that's not what I was saying. Just so you could appeal to your fanboys. Then follow that up by jumping even further to, well, why are they intentionally making these characters ugly? You must have gotten a full stretch with all that reaching you're doing, fam.
Like, it's like basically an approval perception argument.
Come on,
it's
bro.
Nothing.
Lock in.
And also, by the way, it's disproven every single time in every single game.
Really? What are you even saying is being disproven? What do you even think my argument is at this point, Asmongold? You've completely lost the plot and started making up your own shit along this journey. You're saying I'm basically upset at nothing, which is funny because I'm just tired of you guys getting upset over nothing and burning all meaningful gaming conversations to the ground in the process. I just feel disappointment, bro. Like, this tweet really just describes everything in a nutshell, bro. Because, like, dog, what the fuck are you talking about? And the real irony of this tweet, it came out October 8th. The caption reads, if Ghost of Yotei made Atsu look like this, the game would have sold 1 million copies by now. The game came out October 2nd and sold 1 million copies the first day, which means...
No, it didn't.
It did.
Was from a third-party website, and there's no definitive proof of that at all.
Oh,
PlayStation,
he seems sure of that.
Or Sucker Punch Games, which are the developer, published anything about the game having a bunch of sales.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, this is a third-party resource that has derived the sales numbers, but they don't actually know that.
So you're sure we don't have it?
I think it probably did sell over 1 million copies. Did it sell over 1 million copies on the first day? I don't think so. Probably not. Maybe. But, like, I mean, Ghost of Tsushima was very...
Oh, well, first he was saying that he's completely sure that it didn't sell 1 million first day. Now he's saying he's not sure.
So maybe it did. I don't know.
So, what is it, Asmongold? Were you 100% sure that it didn't sell 1 million copies? or are you not sure? Which one is it, Asmongold? Let me know with this tweet. Let me know which one is it, because it seems to me you're not standing on shit besides the shit that's piling up in your room.
No, but like I do know that he doesn't know, and I know that I don't really know either.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I like that.
What is this argument?
I can appreciate the slight backpedal in acknowledging you don't know either. In the name of accountability, I'll be honest. You are right that at the time of making that first vid, PlayStation themselves had not confirmed 1 million sales on the first day. I thought it was confirmed by PlayStation at the time, but it was a third party, and that was my mistake. Many claims and reports still say it did 1 million the first day, but there's no confirmation from PlayStation. However, something else did get confirmed by PlayStation. Ghost of Yotei sold 3.3 million copies in the first month. With numbers like that, I'm willing to bet it sold 1 million or more by the time this dumbass tweeted this tweet. And by the way, that's 3.3 million copies sold with Atsu looking the way she does.
You're gonna go and not sure about that? Well, I mean, I'm sure that I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
And
Fair
I'm
enough.
sure also that he's not sure.
Okay.
I don't know why you'd say it. It sold 3.3 million copies.
By the
Steam
time
TV?
this
Yeah. It's not first day.
dumbass tweeted this tweet, the game.
And you know what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
Is that it could have been 3.4 if she looked more attractive.
Sex sells, but it has to make sense in the environment. Again, Stellar Blade.
You know, Asmongold could have been a really good coder for games where he can make mods to make girls more attractive. You know what I'm saying? He could have been a really good coder, but instead he gets on the internet to grift. Ugh. Look at those priorities, man.
Versus Yotei being a prime example.
The argument that I'm not making an argument that you can't sell a game with an unattractive character, but I'm saying that you'll sell more games with an attractive one.
Okay.
That's the difference.
This is like the third argument you've changed to, bro. Which one is it? Again, Stellar Blade versus Yotei being a prime example. The only leg up I can give Yotei is that it's a sequel. It was carrying the Ghost name franchise, so it has a leg up there. But if he's saying attractive character trumps all, that's not the case. It already sold well over.
That's a weak argument? What? No.
Wow! McQueen is fading. Even your own comment section is challenging you. I would have never thought. Even they're starting to call you out on your bullshit, gang. Even they're like, I don't know, Asmongold. To me, that speaks volumes. They don't care about these games at all. They just want to piss you off and then run up money off you talking shit underneath their tweet about the game. It makes no sense. Bro, y'all cannot be falling for this, bro. And y'all cannot genuinely convince these people to make you care about dumb shit like this. It doesn't matter. Like, bro, now they're coming after The Witcher 4. The Witcher series being one of the most...
I thought that was silly too, honestly.
Hey, look at that. We agreed upon something else. My dog franchises ever. What are they mad at this time? Go ahead.
Tsushima sold 2.4 in 3 days? Maybe, I don't know. But like my opinion on it is very simple. I think that in general, if you change that, and like also, would it have sold more copies if it had a male protagonist or a more attractive female protagonist, or the people that were running the company or working at the company didn't say weird stuff about Charlie Kirk? I think it undeniable.
Bro, nobody gives a fuck about Charlie Kirk. Nobody gives a fuck about him, bro. Oh my God, get off his dick. It's like the people that think that black people care, like, give a hard fuck about, like, George Floyd. Like, yes, dude created chopped and screwed music, but it's like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know this nigga. Come on now, bro. But now that, you know, we know this dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, shout out George Floyd, you know what I'm saying? You know the deal. I didn't know he made chopped and screwed. We wouldn't have you officially been chopped and screwed if he didn't, like, you know what I'm saying, help pioneer that shit, you know what I'm saying? You know the deal. I didn't know that shit, you know, hey, that's tight.
True. Like, I don't see how you can...
But, like, nobody give a fuck about this dude, Charlie Kirk. That's why he's literally a meme now. Oh God!
See, you can look at the controversies that these companies have, and the amount of people that are unhappy about the way that they're making a game, and then say that these things are actually positives for the game. Now, while they might not be an inhibitor from the game being successful at all, and I think that there are games that can be successful despite that, I think that in every single case they are working against the success of the game.
Interesting. Grass is green ass statement. Who is saying controversy is good for a game? Where did you get that? You were just saying an attractive character will sell more games than an ugly one, which at face value, you're not wrong about. I just think it goes deeper than that. Now you're saying I think certain controversies and things like that are good for these games? What are you smoking, dog? What are we really talking about here, man? A couple of extra few thousand sales when the game's already considered a massive success by PlayStation? It's about making money, yes, but also delivering a creative experience that makes us want to spend the money on it. Could it have sold a few more copies with a male lead? Maybe. But how many games like that do we have? Variety is cool. cool, man. If every decision we made when making a game was the safest, most profitable option, how much variety would we have? We wouldn't have shit. They did Tsushima justice with Ghost of Yotei. It's a worthy sequel. PlayStation seems fine. They're getting money. Hogwarts Legacy could have sold more if it didn't have a controversy. It was still massively successful, and it's getting a sequel. Yeah, I do think design variety is a good thing in gaming. I'm saying Mystique not having a Kim Kardashian ass doesn't make the game worse, and it's not something worth boycotting the game over. That's batshit crazy, bro. Like, come on now. Y'all take a quick guess.
Tsushima? I know. That's what I'm saying.
You ready? DEI makes everything worse, and it's just 2 pictures of the main character. At first, I just thought they were mad that this game has a female lead, but no. Right. They're just mad that she's not hot enough for them. Again, crazy take. I know y'all don't talk to women in real life. Come on, she's ugly to y'all? And
I never thought she was either, honestly.
My boy! Is that the third time in one video that me and Asmongold have agreed? Hey, man.
She look accurate as fuck.
I never thought she was either, honestly.
Again, I have to stress this. Even if she is ugly to y'all, who gives a damn? This is not Concord, right? Concord was another story. Concord was a hero shooter, right? A hero shooter. Facts. Every character has a unique design.
Listen, I'll die on this hill. They look cool to me, man. This shit, I don't care, bro. They like some spies and shit, bro. I'm cool with it, man. They look cool, bro. Shit, that's me though.
Unique abilities, they have to incentivize you to play set.
It's my opinion.
Characters. Facts. No one's going to spend money playing a hero shooter where none of the heroes look good at all. But
well, then why would they want to play a hero shooter or hero game where the hero doesn't look good, period?
Well, damn, man, if you let me finish my sentence, maybe you would have heard the rest of my point.
Like, I don't really see the logic there. Is it like, so you're going to use the logic that a hero shooter is going to have a unique perspective where people don't want to play ugly characters, but they would want to play an ugly character if it's a single-player game? Doesn't it make sense?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Why does every hero shooter have super loud, flashy designs, kind of like gacha games do? Because everyone has a set look, and that's all you have to go off of. You have to win people over with that design, because that's the first thing that's probably going to make them choose to play that character. Every hero shooter has flashy designs to make the characters look cool and feel unique. I'm saying Concord failed at this miserably. But as long as the main character in a story mode game isn't butt ugly, they don't have to have a super flashy design, because you're spending time getting to know that character. You're also getting the world, the narrative, all these other things that you don't get in a multiplayer game like Concord. So even more of a reason why Concord can't
Marvel Rivals is a really good example of this, because they literally people want to call it a gooner game, but no, it's literally just for adults. Like, not really just for adults, but it's just like, it's the stuff that's appealing for adults is appealing for the adults because they want adults to spend money on this shit. Like, that's the whole point of it. Like, it's flashy and shit for like kids to get immersed inside the game, because kids see way more colors than adults do, or they perceive more colors than adults do, and it attracts them because they haven't seen that many colors, you know, more than adults have and shit. You feel me? And so, like, the point is, like, everything is built the way for a fucking reason. So with the character designs in Marvel Rivals, like, they all look unique, but they also look cool because they want them to look kind of futuristic. They want them to look cool. They want them to look a certain way. Concord, they wanted them to look a certain way. They just fucking fell flat because it looks like a Nickelodeon cartoon, if I'm being quite honest. Damn, this is a crazy pause. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry I gotta do this to you, Tony, but shit, you know, hey, it is what it is.
Nothing else to fall back on other than design and gameplay. So what I'm really saying is, I get your point about attractiveness.
You said OG COD Zombies does that shit too. Hell yeah, that's why, like, the zombies after number 3, maybe, I don't know, because that one mission where you was going through the portals and shit and like in the ether, that shit was hard, bro. I think Black Ops 4 was it. I think after Black Ops 4, everything just went like ass. But Infinite Warfare was actually cool. I'm not gonna lie. Infinite Warfare was really cool. That was a good zombies. But yeah, after that, yeah, it was ass.
Game. And I'm saying I don't think it's a one-size-fits-all thing. I think it applies more harshly depending on the game you're playing. Because why are we nitpicking already established designs that honor the main source material and writing off whole games before they come out because of that? Story mode game, something that follows a narrative with a lead character that's been with the franchise for what, over 20 years now? Like, what are we even talking even further? The more specific point I was trying to make was, people saw Ciri and started calling The Witcher 4 woke, DEI, because now she's the Witcher. And that's the same stuff they said about Concord. Even though the two two situations are completely different, it's the same tired labels being thrown at both. Most story games' main characters that you guys call ugly just aren't hypersexually designed. They just look more realistic. They're calling The Witcher 4 woke, even though the new lead character is a character that's been with the franchise for how long? If you're calling that woke and DEI shit, you truly don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. That's stupid criticism. And when I tell you guys, I could go on all day finding stupid ass examples of shit like this dumbass said 13 million copies sold versus 1.3 million sold. Like I said, Ghost of Yotei is a flop. You even got the community note on, bro.
Sold 13 million. That's a lot.
It's great. Ghost of Tsushima came out 5 years ago, gang. 5. If you think Ghost of Tsushima sold 13 million copies in its first day, let alone its first week, right? Let alone its first month, right? Let alone its first year, right? You're smoking dick. I believe the.
I don't know whether Ghost of Yotei will or not. I mean, honestly, like I played the game, I thought it was all
irrelevant. Shut the fuck up, Asmongold. I bring up another example of someone baiting for money, and he won't even acknowledge it. Bro got community noted. That's all I have.
That's fucking crazy. Oh my god, bro. What time is it? 10:30. Might have to continue this tomorrow. I'm not even gonna lie. Might have to continue this tomorrow. Oh gosh. I hate to do this, but we might have to do this tomorrow. Let me see. Fuck his ass, I'm gonna go. He sent this molten crust. I'll give it. All right, we're gonna do like 5 more minutes of this.
Have to say,
right? It wasn't like really great. In my opinion, I thought Rise of the Ronin and fucking Where Winds Meet was like way fucking better than those games. So
what? Oh my god. Actual game criticism. I love that, Asmongold, and I would love to hear why you like those games more than Ghost of Yotei. I'm not being sarcastic. This is some of the first real criticism I've heard from you, bro. I would love for you to keep that energy going. First year sales numbers of Ghost of Tsushima was around 6.5 million copies sold.
That's a lot of sales.
How can you compare the That is a lot of sales, but Yotei is halfway there after 1 month of release. 1 month. That was 6.5 million for Ghost of Tsushima in a year. 1 month down, and Yotei's halfway there, and they're still trying to downplay this shit, bro. It's crazy. Sales numbers to a game that's been out for 5 years to a game that hasn't even been out for a full month. But this is my point. These people aren't this fucking dumb. They might be, but I just can't believe that they might be. But what they do know is that there's somebody dumb enough out there to agree with them and believe the shit they're.
Well, there's enough people that are dumb enough that that's the reason why they're changing the games. That's the reason why he was complaining.
Here we go back to the.
They're changing the games. The woke mind virus is coming for all of our games.
Give me a.
It gets to a point. It gets to a point where it's like, there's no way he really believes this shit. The story makes no sense in Where Winds Meets. Like, Where Winds Meets has to be the most ass-written game I've played besides Evil West. God, that game was ass. The game was absolutely ass. Like, Where Winds Meets is really good when it comes to the gameplay. Voice acting, trash. Absolutely slop. Story is ass. I'm not paying attention to the story at all. I don't even have the game downloaded on my computer no more. I'm gonna download shit on my Xbox because I don't need that extra spyware. But yeah, nah.
Break Asmongold.
So there are a lot of people that feel this way and they don't like this type of stuff. So it doesn't really matter like whether you think that it's good or not. If there's a lot of people out there that feel that way, then it's real. It's just that simple. Like,
what an awful argument. If I say dating a minor is bad, and there's a group of people that say, no, that's okay, we should allow that. I don't care how many fucking people join that movement. They're wrong. And it's funny because you wouldn't even live by your own logic. If a bunch of people got together and said male lead characters are ruining video games, every game from now on needs a female lead character, and that movement got 10 million signatures, how seriously would you take it, Asmongold?
You said Where Winds Meet was so incredibly unenjoyable. It was trash. Yeah, it was like, it's just one of those games where like you just get on with the boys and shit. Like, it's nothing like special and shit. You feel me? Like, it's, you know, it's like,
How accepting of that real opinion would you feel, Asmongold?
I don't know. Like, it's not really complicated.
Saying not only that, but they also know there's people that know the truth. People that know they're bullshitting that are going to go underneath their post and call them out.
Whoa, bottom 3 is kind of crazy. Bottom 3 is kind of crazy. I wouldn't give it bottom 3 because ET still exists, you know. NBA 2K20, no, I think it was 2K23 still exists, you know. Oh shit. What other game was ass I played? You said ET's better? Nah, you rage bait at that point.
Groups of people give them money.
I really think that this is probably overstated, especially for like a big creator. Like the amount of money, like Andy Pants probably makes a good amount of money through YouTube as well. He gets sponsors, like his views get like videos get like 100K views, etc. Like the reality is that the amount of money that you make from like a rage bait tweet on Twitter, and like you can just do one yourself, and like maybe this guy would know because maybe he's getting some money off of Twitter. I have no idea. It's really pennies, right? You're making like maybe at most like maybe a couple $100s a month. The majority of people that do that aren't making any real money. Like
so they're making money, enough money that it's a consistent avenue for them to keep doing this. And you got to think, what is not a lot of money to a millionaire? Didn't you literally?
Exactly. Like this is my whole point, bro. Niggas be like, oh, bro, they're not making a lot of money. They're still making income. Like they're making passive income just rage baiting on Twitter, and that's the whole fucking point of the argument, Asmongold. But if you wasn't such a 35-year-old fucking idiot, you would understand this shit. Like, profit is profit, you fucking idiot. Like, jeez.
Agree earlier that people abuse it too much? Twitter's for the fast engagement, the fast account building. It might take you a while to edit a YouTube video. You can pop off an engagement bait tweet in 1 second. Then you take that over to YouTube. There's several well-known grifters that do this.
And maybe you get $1,000 once. It's not like it's going to be happening regularly.
Just straight bullshitting, bro, because why would people spend their time doing it every day if they didn't make any profit from it? Again, you agreed it's a problem. Roll the clip.
They need to have a better approval process because too many people use it badly.
I just hate them. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we got this dude Grums over here talking about games being DEI, woke. He's not supporting
Nimrotic as fuck.
Games like that. For fuck's sake, man. Like, bro, this dude is a 60-something-year-old man. Hang up the jersey, Unc. I see that, Choco. This dude is a 60-something-year-old man. Hang up the jersey, Unc. I see that smile, Asmon. Hey, I see that smile, Asmon. Hold on. Listen, I do want to say something real quick. I don't like Grums, but that wasn't cool. If you're 60 years old, you can game, man. I hope I'm gaming when I'm 60. But I do hope when I turn 60, I'm not still rage baiting people on X for rent money. You do a lot of yapping about games you don't like for a guy that still hasn't put out the game he was supposed to put out.
What's wrong with that?
This 60-something-year-old man got money out of the people that supported him. He raised money to make a game and never released it. So you're talking about all these games that are woke and DEI and shit, dog. At least they came out. Seems to me you need to be spending a little bit less time on Twitter and a little bit more time getting to work with your bitch ass.
He does need to make that game. Honestly, I gotta say, I could agree with this. Right? Should make the game.
Yeah. Like, nigga talking shit on Twitter, but he can't finish his game. Grown ass man, crazy.
They might be woke. Hey, I gotta say, this is one of the funniest parts of the whole vid. Obviously, there's some contention. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of debate. There's a little bit of back and forth here. His chat, not a big fan of me, and that's understandable. But I do think what's hilarious, the one thing we all agreed upon for the first time in this whole video, all of us being me, him, and his chat, is that Grums. Where the fuck is that game at? Even Asmongold is like, for real, where's that game at? It might have a woman protagonist. At least it didn't fucking scam me. If a game is ass, I will be the first one to tell you. But criticize the game off real criticism points. Why are we immediately acting like a game is dead on arrival because it has a woman main character?
Well, because sometimes they are. That's the reason why. And I think that a lot of the games that do that.
Silent Hill F has a woman protagonist. Amazing game. Horizon Zero Dawn has a Horizon Zero Dawn has a woman protagonist. That's cool. Tomb Raider, woman protagonist, amazing game. Alice, Madness Returns, amazing game. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are we talking about, bro? Asmongold, you wouldn't be here if your mom wasn't a woman. Come on. You said babbling. Shit crazy, man. But like his chat really be like loving this shit. They be eating this shit up. And I don't understand it. It's like, dude, like this guy is literally just yapping for money and people are eating this stuff up. Like they think it's law. Like I've ran into grown ass men thinking that what Asmongold has to say is law, and it's sad. It's sad as fuck. Cause it's like, dude, like this guy is literally just a locale.
I mean, again, Ghost of Yotai, I think, succeeded for a number of reasons, right? Number one, I think the game was relatively good. On top of that,
I will say 5 seconds ago, it's a little weird. You just said the game wasn't your favorite. It was all right. Now you're saying it's, more than average. It's pretty good. So, keep it consistent, my dog. You feel me?
Came out after Ghost of Tsushima.
Right.
And Ghost of Tsushima was very, very well received.
Right.
It also had a tremendous amount of marketing.
No doubt.
And overall, like, it's not like the problems with the game that people had, like, oh, wow, it's woke or whatever.
Yeah.
They weren't really manifested in the game in a big way. Like,
Imagine that.
The issue that like people had, oh, the development team, the lead actress said that she liked Antifa or something like that. That's not manifested inside of the game.
Oh,
so your criticism isn't about the game. Your criticism is about the people who make the game. Nigga, who gives a fuck? The game is good. We don't give a fuck about the dude who made Borderlands 4, and this nigga's a fucking Scientologist. Like, come on now, bro. It's like not supporting Tom Cruise because he's a Scientologist because you don't fuck with Scientology. Bitch, you're still in that movie theater watching Mission Impossible because that shit's hard. That's like people being mad. It's like a Chris Brown fan being mad about Chris Brown whooping on women and shit, right? But then you turn around and go to the fucking Breezy Bowl. That's like calling R. Kelly a fucking pedophile and then still taking your 60-year-old child to an R. Kelly concert, front row center. You know, like, that's like knowing that Casey Anthony did what she did to her baby and it wasn't a good thing that she did to her baby, and then, you know, dropping your baby off to Casey Anthony. It just doesn't make any sense.
Imagine that. People can hold beliefs, political beliefs even, that don't align with yours, and still make a product that you think is good.
You said Chris Brown hard, you don't give a damn? I didn't know you was a Breezy fan. That's crazy. Hey, get it how you live. I still listen to Cardi.
You know the deal.
Riddled by a bunch of propaganda like you assume it's going to be.
I don't think that doing that is a net positive. And I think that's really what needs to be discussed more, is that just because something succeeds despite having these disadvantages doesn't mean that they aren't disadvantages. And that's the point that I make with a lot of these games, is that sometimes these games can do relatively well. And I think that probably Ghost of Yotei probably made them money because they sold it. I think it took them like $60 million to make the game.
Right.
But in a general sense, I don't think that a lot of these games make money at all.
Okay, relative is crazy, bro. There's no way. You're still trying to downplay the success of Ghost of Yotei because you said a bunch of stuff about the game before it was even out. You played it and realized, oh shit, it's actually pretty good. It didn't maybe make PlayStation money, bro. It's a smash hit, massive success, and that's not me glazing PlayStation or Sony or Ghost of Yotei. It's just numbers. And it's so crazy how you'll commend Ghost of Tsushima for having great sales numbers while say that Ghost of Yotei only has decent sales numbers because of how much it costs to make the game. Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yotei both cost the same to make. They both cost 60 million, bro. So why are you applying different logic to both of them? Yotei is also on pace to sell the same or more than Ghost of Tsushima. How can you ignore those facts?
That's why they're firing and closing studios for them being bad. And so that's it. A grain of shit in your rice is still shit in your rice. Exactly.
The only reason why they're closing studios is because the CEOs don't want to pay their fucking producers. Like, it's just literally that simple. People that produce the game, the people that create the game, the people that actually sit there and treat this job as a 9-to-5 because they can't create the games that they want to create. They're getting laid off because the CEOs want more fucking money for super yachts and supercars and shits. That's the reason why EA was sold to Saudi Arabia. The fuck are we talking about? It's all fucking greed, right? Like,
I don't know. You're only telling part of the story. Making a game costs way more now than it did before. The biggest games are like movies at this point. Sometimes things go wrong in development. AI is developing so fast, more and more studios are using it to cut down on costs and lay people off. Some studios make a successful game and still get shut down. I'm not saying every game studio deserves to stay open, especially if they make a shitty game or something like that, but you're acting like what you're saying is the case 100% of the time, and it's not.
If you're willfully engaging in things that are unpopular, problematic, or disliked by the majority of players,
the EA sale
that will negatively affect your
The EA sale was just absolutely fucking disgusting. It's nothing but greed. It's absolutely disgusting. I don't even know what's going to come from this deal either, because Battlefield 6 was probably the last good EA game we're going to have for a while.
Product. Now, everything is creative choice. I'm not saying that they can't do that. But with something like adding a character or making something like less attractive or something like that, or not appealing to people in one way or another, ultimately the player gets to decide whether that.
You said hopefully we get Titanfall 3. We ain't never getting Titanfall 3. Let's be honest. That shit ain't never coming back out. EA dropped the ball on that. It's not happening. I wanted to, but it's not happening, bro. I'm sorry. It's not
valid or relevant at all.
Yeah. I actually pretty much agree with you here. So why is it so hard for you to give a game like Ghost of Yotei that same respect? It had the exact same budget as Tsushima. You wanted to hate this game. I don't know why, but despite that, people voted with their wallets. The players made it a successful game. But you're saying the game would be objectively better if the main character was more attractive to you. Brother, that's crazy. But even still, what I'll say is, Yotei and Hogwarts, massive controversies, massive successes. I'm saying what you're saying. Let people vote with their wallet. Leave it to the players who are actually trying and playing the games. If you care about gaming so much, criticize things that make gaming better and improve. I can smell you.
Oh,
my fault, bro. These people don't care about you. They don't care about video games. They care about money. And all they want to do is make you mad so they can make money off your reaction. If you find yourself...
Of course, we're not doing that with this video. Completely different.
But what outrage am I manufacturing here? What have I said that I don't believe or that isn't true to gain money? Nothing. You tried, bro. It doesn't apply here. Look inward. Find Jesus. It's in such bad taste, and a lot of it is just lies and bullshit. And also, one thing I want to say to my young men, fellas, just because it's coming from a woman, you feel me, doesn't mean the shit's true. I know. Some of y'all are hearing it come from a woman, and in your brain you're going, oh my gosh, she feels the same way I do. I knew I wasn't sexist. I just hate when bitches are in my game. No, bro.
Yep, true.
Bro,
true.
Which part is true, dog? Are you agreeing with me or saying that you don't like when bitches are in your game? I literally can't tell. I'm gonna say one. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on.
I just think we're in a really weird time. It seems like nobody wants to be.
It's again another. This is another instance of caring a lot about the way other people see you.
This is how we're gonna wrap this up, bro. This is.
So you smell like shit because you don't care about how people feel about you? You would rather smell like shit than care that people think that you smell like shit? Because you just don't give a fuck. I mean, I can understand how that's good on like a metaphysical level and stuff like that. You feel me? But it's like, dude, there's no way you're gonna sit here and be like, oh, you care about what people think. No, we just don't want you fucking troglodytes digging up some dirt and throwing it on the fucking gaming industry because you're a bitch. Like, come on, dude.
Your final argument. All right, I'll let you have the floor.
And I think this is really like people like this. They try to maintain a power dynamic around their approval and the approval of other people.
Yeah.
But the truth is that I think that power dynamic is waning because overall, I don't think people care as much about it anymore.
Right.
And I think that's the reason why you're seeing so many people speaking out about this, because they don't like it.
Nah, man. I just feel the way I feel. And I know I'm not the only one that does. I talk about games every single day for a living, actually kind of just like you do, Asmongold. And I've seen how people will just abandon all logic.
The craziest thing about Asmongold, like he says that oh, this guy cares about, how people feel about him. But here he is making a response video to Tony because he cared about what Tony has to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the irony about the shit. He cared about how Tony felt about grifters, and that's the reason why he labeled himself to be a grifter, and that's the reason why he reacted to the video. He wouldn't react to the video if he didn't feel that he was a grifter and he didn't feel that Tony was calling him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the craziest thing about this shit. It's all projection when it comes to project this shit. It's all projection when it comes from like people that like Asmongold and stuff. It's nothing but projection.
Bro, whatever word they just learned at a brand new game to try to criticize it, like you actually agreed with me on several points in this vid, but then you had to frame it like you didn't and try to move my argument so you could still gain brownie points from your audience. Game comes out with a normal ass looking woman, DEI game, woke slop. Game comes out with a more fan servicey type of art style, Gooner game. This shit is Gooner slop. You know what happened to the hobby I love, bro? I'm just trying to play some good games, bro. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. Not every game is perfect. Straight up. Bad games do deserve to be criticized. Trust me. Trust me. But lying and making up false things to be angry about just so you can get paid a little bit of extra money, that's just loser activity, bro. Straight up. Anyway, that's all I got. Let me know what y'all think. Straight up. More videos on the way. Love y'all. Peace.
What I would say is that
talk to me, Asmongold.
Like some of the examples were kind of stupid, like the Witcher 4 one is dumb.
Yep.
But in a general sense, I'm not really about that. And also, it's the same thing I've said many, many times over and over and over again. If you go and you put out a game and the characters are not appealing, you're fighting an uphill battle.
Right, okay.
And if you weren't, you wouldn't have every gacha game showing that stuff. So yeah, it's a DI video. No, I definitely.
Asmongold, are we playing gacha games or are we playing adventure action games? Jesus fucking Christ.
Don't agree with it, but I think that the examples he used,
DEI video. DEI video. Someone in his comments, please explain DEI. I'd love to hear your definition.
And to be fair, to his credit, there are some people that use stupid fucking examples for DEI stuff.
Thank you.
Absolutely stupid fucking examples.
Thank you.
So yeah, Charlie's Machiavelli video. I mean, I think that really some of the examples were good, some were more dishonest. Like
Fair
the
enough.
Wolverine example was kind of dumb because he didn't even really explain what they were talking about with it being woke. But
again, not my job to explain someone else's argument, and I don't even think they had an argument. That's mostly my point there. You completely missed that point.
Like the other clip, like for example, like Grum's not releasing the game but then complaining about it. I love how this is the most, and I think this is a good example, right?
The most
Where's
replayed,
the
yeah.
point on your video that gets the most people looking at it?
Actually, okay,
Right there.
yep.
Even your own video analytics that you can see on YouTube disproves what you're saying.
Actually, no, it doesn't, because this YouTube video isn't a video game, and there's no entry fee. It's free here. So while yes, sex sells, it gets people going, you can't apply the same logic to a free YouTube video as a $60 video game. And again, you and I don't disagree on as many things as you'd like to make it seem like we do, when you're not.
This is a bad bitch, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck what these niggas gotta say. This is a bad bitch. I don't care. Like, Asmongold want to say this chick is like unattractive. I don't give a fuck, bro. He can have a bitch that's ugly as shit. He can have a bitch that looks like a man. I don't care. This is a bad bitch right here.
You know the deal.
Putting on an act for your fans, at least. You like hot girls in games. That's cool. So do I. I hate the term gooner game because I think it's lame to boil a game down to just that. Just like it's lame to call a game woke DEI slop because you don't favor the design of a certain character. See, the issue is, I want you to have things that you like. I'm capable of seeing and accepting your opinion unlike you and your fans. I don't have to create some fake psychological reasoning and try to put you into that box like you keep trying to do to me. And it's funny because this is where we could actually have the more valuable conversations. But you don't actually care about real criticism for bettering gaming as a whole. You're trying to score brownie points amongst your very easily manipulated audience by goalpost shifting and dying on hills that I'm not even referencing. My man is tap dancing for them dollars. Hey, I respect the hustle. It's not really. No game should intentionally make its characters ugly, unless we're talking about the enemies and shit. But game art styles can and should be different and unique. Something that's not super sexy doesn't immediately mean it's ugly as hell. Y'all gotta grow up. You completely missed the whole point of my original video by boiling it down to just ugly characters in game is bad, which I mostly agree with you on. All I'm saying is writing an entire game off, labeling them DEI woke slop just because you don't personally agree with a design choice, amongst other things that happen on X.com and YouTube. It's lame as fuck and does nothing to help gaming. Criticize a game for a real reason that makes the game what it is. You should quit YouTube and look into moving goalposts for a living, because god damn, the way you missed every single point I made, actually kind of impressive. Anyway, that's all I got. We like hot characters. We like realistic characters. We like good games. Let me know what you guys think. More on the way. Love you guys. Peace.
W video, Tony. W video. Yeah, my 2 cents at the end of this. Grifters, you're not going to win this war ever. Unfortunately, it's just not going to happen for you guys because you don't stand on shit. And the things you stand on, they're never going to be stable ever. So buckle up. It's going to be a long ride to the bottom because you guys sure have scraped and crawled and built, ladders off of each other all the way up to the top. But unfortunately, you have reached your peak. And Asmongold, you may be the first one that's going to be going down soon. So get ready because it's not going to look good for you guys, especially when you missed a point in the entire video. But hey, I guess missing points are the things for incels. Get it? Because you never put your dick inside any pussy voluntarily. Okay. It's crazy. It's hey, all I gotta say is if you're a grifter, it's not going to be good for you. I'm gonna say that again so that way you can understand, because apparently grifters, you need to tell them 2 or 3 times, unfortunately, for them to get it. It's not gonna work out in the end. But good luck on your ventures. But yeah, Tony, this is a good video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, do your due diligence, and I'll see y'all on the next one.